Well, I travel everywhere and people come up to me with stories. And I've heard many, many stories that have the following scenario. That a woman or a man will have a professional relationship with somebody of the opposite gender, and that professional relationship will cross a line. Whether it's your doctor or your dentist or your fitness trainer or your gardener, be careful. I'm going to suggest something that is going to be a little controversial, but I really want you to take it seriously. If possible, and you have a choice, you have an option, please choose somebody of the same gender. You don't have to have a trainer of the opposite sex. You don't have to have a doctor or a therapist of the opposite sex. I've heard too many stories where you're in a professional relationship, but then your marriage is going through a hard time, you start sharing, and things happen. We're not supposed to put ourselves in a situation where something could possibly happen, because everybody, under certain circumstances, can cross that line. You'll notice in the observant Jewish world, there's a sense of formality between the sexes. That men and women, that there's a certain separation, and that is healthy. That is good. I know that it is not politically correct to say, and we should be above all of this. But the reality is that God made men and women, and we are attracted to each other. So we have to be careful. Somebody of the opposite gender is not your friend. You can be friendly, but be careful, because you have that energy together. And especially if you're in counseling situations where there's a rabbi and there's a congregant, and people are sharing, and people are getting close, and things can happen. Our marriages are like a fragile Ming vase. These things can chip away at the vase, and enough chips will cause a crack, and enough cracks will cause a break. God forbid we should see a break. So be careful out there. If you have to have a dentist, choose one of the same gender. It's okay to have two different dentists. It's okay to be careful. There's too much at stake. I'm Lori, Almost Life.